Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another FIFA 21 how-to video where today we're going to be answering a very important question that you guys do like to ask me quite a lot. So if there are any other questions that you would like answering in videos, make sure you put them down in the comments. But it is, how do I get better at skill moves? How do I learn skill moves? What's the best way? Where should I learn them? So we're going to be answering all of those questions in today's video. So if you do enjoy the content, make sure you drop a thumbs up. It does massively help us out. And drop that subscribe as well. Make sure you turn on notifications. It would be much appreciated. Now, the first question that I often get asked is, where should I learn skill moves? Now, for me, the best place to learn skill moves to begin with is in this skill move zone. Now, this is something very, very new this year. Now, this is something that I use every day before I go on FIFA. No word of a lie, I will go on this skill move zone and I will just practice, even if it's just for 10 minutes. And I'll go and just sharpen up on some of the skills that I have. It's a really good way to just practice some of those basic skill moves. Now, the reason why this is better than the arena is because on the arena it's a completely different camera angle. So when you do a skill move in the arena, if you try and use that exact same combination in a game, it won't work because it's a different camera angle. So, you know, obviously when you do a skill move on the arena, it might be like if you're doing a ball roll, you just have to hold the right stick to the left. For example, if you want to do a ball roll to the left, if you do that in game and you using the camera angle that's in game, if you just hold it to the left, it doesn't do a ball roll. You know, you have to adjust your mind to go, it's a different camera angle, I need to change the angle. So that's why I think it's best to learn in this. You get the same angle that you do when you're playing your games, and it's really good. Now, when I first was playing FIFA, I didn't have, you know, things like this. I didn't have tools like this to improve. So for anyone now who's playing now, things like this are really valuable. You know, it's really important that you do utilize these beginner games and things like that if you're looking to get better. And not even if you're a beginner. I'm not a beginner, I'm an elite tier player, but I use this every day just to kind of sharpen up on skill moves. And more importantly, if there's a new skill move that I want to try and perfect, this is the perfect place to come and try and learn it. You know, you're under no pressure. You know, it's not like there's defenders around. It's not, you're not playing people. You know, it doesn't count to your record. It's not a game. It's just to get to know how to do the skill move. And then from this, once you feel like you're confident enough, that's when you can take it into games. Now, what sort of game should you take it into? For me, if you want to just learn the skill move and just try and practice it in a game situation, now you could take it into something like squad battles. Just try it for a couple of games and see how it works for you. I would always try and take it into the least stressful area of the game. So whether you think, in your opinion, if you think that's division rivals, if you think that's draft, if you think that's friendlies, take it into like a low stress environment, because you want to take it into an environment where you don't care if you win or lose. So something like friendlies would be perfect. Go on to like classic on friendlies and just play a classic game, because obviously wins and losses on there don't matter. So that would be the best place to take it, because you want to take it and practice in an environment where you don't care. You know, if you don't care about the result, that's how you get better at skill moves. You know, because you're going in there with a purpose to learn how to become better at skills and learn some of the basic skill moves. You need to not worry about the scoreline. You know, if you have the opportunity to go through and score goals and whatnot, you know, that's fine. But your main purpose is to just try it and skill it and see how it is against people. And again, relevant to the skill level that you play, you'll know where the most effective areas to use the skill moves are. So whether that's, you know, on the wing, you know, somebody you might play might be really aggressive, so you know where to do that skill move. And the main thing about skill moves that I would say to anyone, it takes time. Practicing skill moves, it's like a consistent thing. You know, if you was to go in on this skill move zone right now, if you're watching this video and you go, okay, let me go and try it out. If you go and try this and do it for 1 or 2 days and then stop, you're not going to get any better. It's like anything. You know, you got to be consistent at it. Like I said, I'm an elite level player. I don't necessarily need to do this. You know, I already know a good amount of the skill moves, as you can see by some of the gameplay. You know, we know some good skill moves. We're skilling quite well. But it's still good to practice and good to stay sharp. And, you know, more importantly, you want to learn new skill moves. This is the place to do it. You know, I want to learn how to do the elastico in all areas, you know, all angles and things like that. This is the perfect place to do it. You know, I'm not playing games, so I don't have to worry about the results. You know, I'm not going to be under pressure from defenders, or whether that's AI controlled defenders in squad battles or from pressure from people. You know, people aren't going to be team pressing my ass off. You know, so I can just practice without stress, and that's going to allow me to just you know, perform at my best and really focus on the skill move that I want to do. So for example, that's a skill move I want to do. I want to learn how to do the elastico in all angles, in all areas of the pitch, because I know how to do it in a couple of areas of the pitch, but there's other angles where I don't know how to do it quite yet. You know, it's quite a hard skill move to do, obviously a 5-star skill move, so it's going to take me practice, it's going to take me time. So I know that that's a skill move I want to learn. It's not going to take me, you know, 5 minutes to learn that. I'm not just going to practice for, you know, one day and all of a sudden I'm going to be amazing at it. It's going to take me a couple of weeks. That's the thing about skill moves. They take time to get good. And the first thing I would say is practice a few. So maybe if you're, you know, just try and perfect the ball roll, the fake shot, the running fake shot, the roulette, you know, the stop and turn, you know, try the heel to heel flick. Try and practice some of the simple ones. And make sure you nail those ones first. Before you move up, make sure you have like a good 4 or 5 skill moves that you can perform perfectly in all areas of the pitch. And once you think you're at that stage, that's when you start adding 1 or 2 at a time. So, for example, for me, I have a really good understanding of all the basic skill moves in this game, you know, like the ones we just mentioned. So now I'm at a stage where I want to add some of the more complex ones, whether that's the, you know, elastico or whatever it may be. I want to now try and add some of the more complex skill moves into my game, but I'm just going to do them one at a time because they are difficult. They are, you know, 5-star skills, you know, the top end 4-star skills are quite hard to do. So I'm just going to learn them one at a time. So that would be my advice. If you want to get better at skill moves, use this and then go into a game mode against, I would say against people rather than squad battles. I think it's, you know, you're going to play against the, you know, real people more than the computer. So I would recommend probably going in against people, maybe just going on, like I said, classic mode, something like that, and then just grinding it out and just seeing, you know, how it works, and you'll pick it up over time. You'll pick up where the best areas to do it are. You know, again, with skill moves, it's not something that you need to skill all the time. You know, you have to be selective when you skill. Don't just like every opportunity you get, I'm just going to skill. You know, it's really, skill moves are there to create space, create opportunities, and once you've got that space, take the space. Don't like do a skill move, oh, now I've created some space, let me just carry on skilling. The whole point of skill moves is to create space, create separation, and then once you got that separation, then you've got to be really clinical. So they would be my tips on how to improve at skill moves, and the main takeaways are: use this skill move zone, it's super effective. Go into a stressless situation and just give it time. It does take time, you know, nothing just takes like 1 or 2 days and you're going to perfect it. It takes time. And try and learn the skill moves that we mentioned. They are the most effective ones. Like we said, the ball roll, fake shot, roulette, stop and turn, things like that are the best ones to try and learn, and then try and add from there. And when you're trying to add skill moves on top of that, come back to this area, practice it here, and then go it, and then rinse and repeat the you know, the scenario, rinse and repeat the repetition, and you will get better at skill moves. This is how I still do it even now, even as an elite player. This is how I do it. So definitely follow my lead and you will get better at skills. But that is it for today's video, guys. So if you did enjoy, make sure you drop a thumbs up, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel. But that is all today, guys. Have an awesome day. I'm out.